Spacey Sims, and we are back with more Hakuoki Kyoto wins and Hijikata's route. And we're in chapter 5, so we're kind of at the end. Obviously, we're just at the very beginning of chapter 5, so we got, like, a little ways to go, but, you know, we're hitting the home stretch anyway, so. Anyway, right back into it. That night, I had visited Okita's room to check up on his condition. Good evening, Okita. How are you feeling? Huh? Heisuke? I arrived to find that Heisuke had also come to visit Okita to pass the time. Oh, hey, Spacey. What are you doing up so late? What do you mean? People might get the wrong idea if they see a girl visiting a man's room in the middle of the night. It's Okita, though. Like, oh, Heisuke, you're smarter than that. You know Okita and I aren't, you know. Yeah, I guess you have a point. That's not really your sort of thing, is it? Hey, what do you mean? What do you mean, what do you mean? Come on. Why are you here? I assume you got a reason for visiting me in the middle of the night. Oh, I came to check up on you, Okita. I love Heisuke's look on his face. It's like, that's not really your thing. What do you mean it's not my thing? He's like, nah, Okita's not your thing. Yeah, I know. You got a thing for Hijikata, huh? Like, Heisuke, what do you know? So, are you feeling okay? Is there anything you want to eat? Of course not. Look at what's going on. I suppose. Not all then. Why don't you turn around now? Oh no, Okita had been acting more aggressively than I had anticipated, so it kind of took me back, but I had to bring up the situation on my mind. Took me aback. But I had to bring up the subject on my mind. Do you guys know that, Sodom wants to augment the Fury Core? Yeah, of course. Well, if you were in Sonen's position, wouldn't you do the same thing? Fury Core needs to gain numbers or they'll never make a name for themselves. I mean, it's a given that once they're deemed useless, they'll be cut off. Cut off? No. What? Wait, are you surprised? You think we're some Samaritans with handouts for every mouth to feed around here? I mean, sure, you mooched off us for 4 years. That was your luck. Don't ever forget it. No, I suppose you have a point. I'm sorry. Hey, I earned my keep, bitch. Soji, you're being a jackass. It's fucking Okita. It was our fault that she was put in solitary confinement within our compounds. Heisuke interjected with stern words, and Okita sneered at his direction. Clearly unmoved by Heisuke's defense in my favor, Okita kept harping on about his grievances. Why do you check on him? You should be like, you know what? I'm never going to check on you again. Don't worry. What the hell is Hijikata even doing? He should be kicking himself in the ass that he hasn't already killed the men who hurt Kondo. If I wasn't like this, I'd pick up my sword right now and go get revenge for Kondo. Okita's bed rest was clearly rankling him. After all, he'd known Kondo for a long time. Long before the beginning of the Shinsengumi in Edo. What do you think, Heisuke? Me? Well, I did decide to drink the water of life, but I'm not gonna lie. I was worried about what would happen to me. Sonnen says we should have more men in the Fury Core. He says we'll never win otherwise. But I also don't like the idea of forcing men who may not have even broken our code to drink the water of life either. Oh. He was so unlike the Heisuke I remembered, so stern and cold. I couldn't help but feel sad, too. Well, no matter what Sonnen says, at the end of the day, it's going to be Hijikata who makes the call. You're right. But the Fury Core already exists. We can't pretend it doesn't. Then maybe Sonnen's right, and we should use the Fury Core however we see fit. At least they can still wield swords. Perhaps we could use the Furies as a weapon. They might help us to win the coming war. Their strength would be an undeniable military asset. But once the war was over, what would become of them? I was afraid to ask that question because I feared I already knew the answer. Next day, an unexpected visitor arrived. Oh! Yay! I was wondering if it was Sen. Hello, Spacey! It's been far too long. Sen, why are you here? And Kimigiku's here too. She's like, yeah, duh. Oh, we've business with the chief. Can you go get him for us? Oh, Kondo isn't in good enough shape to speak to anyone. Perhaps Hijikata... Then Hijikata will serve admirably. All right, please come inside. I wonder what kind of business they could have had to discuss that brought them to us at such a late hour. I felt uneasy as we headed toward Hijikata, who was at the magistrate. Huh? What an unexpected guest. We don't usually allow visitors in here. What do you want? My apologies for intruding, but it was imperative that I speak with you today. I'll go make some tea. No, thank you, but that's not necessary. I shall take my leave as soon as I'm finished. In fact, I would prefer you to stay. You may wish to hear this as well. Okay. What did she have to say that was so important? And that might be something I should hear. I sat down in a corner and listened intently. I've come to discuss your furies. When he heard the word furies, I saw his face twitch. I'll get straight to the point. How much longer will you employ them? What do you mean? You've kept them enslaved for quite some time. I believe you know exactly what I mean. The Furies are a failed experiment. Even the Shogunate is admitted to that. They're too much for your organization to handle. With demons on your trail, you would do well to wash your hands of Furies. Isn't it up to us to decide whether they're a failure or not? We've done our own research on the water of life. I don't think it's your place to judge us, ma'am. Ma'am? She's like, I'm like 15! No. She's like our age. I'm like 18! I feel better about myself if we go this. Don't call me ma'am! You're like 30-something, geezer! Just want him to have this conversation. And then are you aware that the Shinsengumi's Furies have been murdering people in the street to test their strength? What? That's shock. For a split second, his cold mask dropped, and I saw genuine confusion and dismay on his face. Then it was gone, and he was cold and composed once again. What? Nothing? No. Where did you hear that? I've no reason to tell you. All I can say is this. Rest assured, the source I've received the information from is reliable. If you're not going to tell us, Kimigiku, then I don't trust you. I mean, I'm sure she's telling the truth, but you know. Come on, Kimigiku. She should have said it. She's like, I saw it for my own damn self. You've not been able to keep the water of life from driving your men mad. Your job is to protect the safety of the capital, correct? And yet your men roam the streets, killing innocent civilians. It disgusts me. Before this becomes common knowledge, I strongly suggest you disband the Fury Corps. Kimigiku's logic was sound. Hijikata had no counter-argument. Everyone in the room had fallen silent. But was it true? Were the Furies indeed cutting people down in the streets for the thrill of killing? I mean, it's Sonic, so maybe. If the Fury Corps was disbanded, then Sonnen and Heisuke would... Every one of us waited for Hijikata's answer with bated breath. You could still keep them around. Look, they came back to life, guys! My heart roared in my ears. I suppose we can table this for the moment. There is something else I must discuss. With this, she turned and looked at me. Spacey, will you please leave with us? What? I know we spoke before, but the situation has changed. You do understand that, don't you? Soon war will break out in Kyoto. If you're going to escape, this is your chance. I'm not going to leave Hijikata. I mean, I knew war was coming, but to hear the truth presented so badly was just jarring. Baldly was jarring. I can read, I swear. I can't. You know I can't. Please, come with us. I don't believe the Shinsengumi will be able to protect you once the war begins. Wait a minute. Are you suggesting we can't handle it? The truth is sometimes hard to accept. If Kazama returns, can you protect her from him? What if he comes to call while you're locked in battle elsewhere against the Satsuma and Choshu? Will you be able to protect her then? He's like, no, maybe, no. And in any event, she is a demon, not a human. She should be with her own kind. We can protect her. Under our protection, she can be ensured safe passage and a secure hiding place. She turned from Hijikata to face me once again. You see, you should come with us. If you leave, then they can concentrate wholly on the battle to come. Her words hit like blows, but she spoke the truth. War would soon break out, and perhaps remaining with the Shinsengumi would be dangerous for me and for them. I would be useless in war. I was no soldier. Even so, I wanted to stay. I looked over at Hijikata, hoping he might give me an answer. He only furrowed his brow and looked the other way, saying nothing. He's like, I can't make you choose, but I don't want you to go. Oh, what was I to do? Oh. I should leave. I have to leave. Oh my god. Okay, I'm like, you're like, I have to leave. I should leave. Wait, what? I should leave as yeah. I was sure Sam was right and I should leave, but the words just couldn't come. In truth, I didn't want to leave. I hoped that maybe, someday, all of the madness and war would end, and then I could be a human being, not a demon. What do you say, Spacey? You really ought to leave. You'll be much safer with us. Her voice was kind, and I knew she had only my best interest at heart, but I still couldn't bring myself to respond. Hijikata, of course, saw straight through me. You don't want to leave, do you? No, because I love you. I mean, maybe, like, huh? Then stay. Let's sort of think about. But, is that really okay? If Kazama came after me again. He's like, God damn it, I need you to stay. He loves us so fucking hard. I'm not gonna repeat myself. Yes, you are. You always repeat yourself. And what proof do you have that these two can keep you a secret any better than we can? Even if he wasn't after you, that bastard would be be an enemy of ours. If we got the same enemies, makes sense to me that we'd stick together. He was as gruff as ever, but it wasn't hard to understand what he was trying to say. I need you here, Spacey. So, I can stay? The hell kind of question is that? If you were as much of a pain in the ass as you seem to think, I would have kicked you out a long time ago. Relief flooded out across my body. If you were as much a pain in the ass as you think you are. So what you're saying is I'm not a pain in the ass, you're becoming one. Thank you so much. With war set to break out at any time, the Shinsengumi was changing. I didn't know how useful I could be to them once battle was begun. Once the battle began, or once the battle had begun. But even so, Ichikata told me it was okay to stay. So you've turned me down again then, have you? I'm sorry. It was very nice of you to offer, though. Oh, it's all right. If you're so determined to stay, then what could I ever hope to do? There was one other tiny little thing I wanted to ask you. When you told me before that you were, interested in someone, did you perchance mean Hijikata? What? I wasn't quite sure how to answer that question. Oh, well, that's me. Well, to be honest, I don't really know Hijikata that well, but I don't know him that well. I've only been around him for 4 years. I mean, I get it. He's kind of like, it's not like you sit there and you have these lovely, touchy-feely conversations, but after 4 years, you should kind of have a pretty decent idea of a person. Like, I stumbled over my words, not quite sure how to explain to her how I felt, perhaps because I wasn't quite sure myself. The men call him the demon because he's so strict and harsh with the soldiers. A lot of people think that he doesn't care about anyone and that he's cold. I think he has a kind heart in there. I know he does. He's a fucking marshmallow. He looks crusty on the outside. He acts crusty on the outside, but he's soft and squishy on the inside. He's the fucking marshmallow. He has a lot of responsibilities, and the whole Shinsengumi rides on his back. I don't think he has any choice but to act like that. I don't know what I can do for him, but I want to stay here and do whatever I can, because I love him. Well, I dare say he's captured you quite thoroughly. What? I gave her a confused look, but Sen smiled and continued. She's like, you're so dumb, you don't even know your own feelings, but it's clear. What? Yeah, even Heisuke had to figure it out. Come on. And he didn't know you were a girl, so. They say that my ancestor, Suzuka Gozen, fell in love with a human by the name of Tamuromaro? Tamuromaro. That's a long name. Sakanoue? That's a fucking name right there. And followed him to the capital. Muramaro. Muramaro. Saka no way. That's a name that I can't. That's too much to say one time. Anyway. A shogun during the Heian period? Heian period? He defeated Suzuka Gozen, a female demon who lived in the Suzuka mountain, and he conquered the Tohoku region. He defeated her. Oh, but she was in love with him? So he, like, bested her in battle, and she's like, I am now turned on by you. I will make you my husband. That's adorable. I am, in fact, their granddaughter, so I suppose I know something of how you feel. Circumstances and rank mean little before the power of love. What? Wait, what? Love? I never meant... Like, she gets up in your face, she's like, and that look on her face, she's like, boop. She's gonna boop us on the nose and just laugh at us. She only rested her hand on my shoulder and continued, You may be two different creatures, human and demon, but do not think that means your love is doomed to failure. Best of luck to you, Spacey. I shall be cheering for you. Kimigiku's like, damn, Hijikata really is hot. My lady, we should go. Oh, yes, you're right. And then I must take my leave, dear Spacey. Do take care. You mustn't underestimate Kazama. He's terribly powerful. If something happens, feel free to call for me anytime. What do we just scream out? Sen! I mean, seriously. If you need to reach me, please send a letter to Sumi. All right, thank you. Goodbye. Who's Sumi? It's not Kimigiku. In mere moments, they were gone. Circumstances and rank mean little before the power of love. What was this thing I felt? This desire to be close to Hijikata? Yes. Was that really love? Well, I'm sure it's not lust, like the rest of us, but I just wanted to be around him and help him and hold him and brush his hair. Like, yes, girl, that's love. Besides, the most important thing to Hijikata was the Shinsengumi. He'd built it up from nothing and put everything he was into it. With war against Satsuma and Choshu brewing, he hadn't had the time to think of anything else. That being the case, as someone under the care of the Shinsengumi, I needed to think of how I could best put my own skills to use. Are you serious? It's a bird? It's okay. It's just a bird in the game. He freaked out. My bird is sitting here and he's like cleaning himself. And I was literally like, are you seriously like picking out all your goddamn feathers all over me? I'm gonna get bird dandruff all over me. And then all of a sudden he heard that, and he was like, fuck. I'm pretty sure it was in the game. Because it sounded like a duck. As evening came, I was helping to prepare dinner at the Fushimi Magistrate. I can't really tell with my headphones on, like if it's coming from outside or in the game. It seemed like the best course of action I had at this time was to prepare meals. I couldn't even prepare many of the side dishes, so all I could do was cook rice for them. Even then, I wanted to make eating easier for warriors who were constantly on the move, so I made rice balls and I handed them out. Has anyone not gotten any meals yet? May I have one? May I have seconds? Yes, of course. Have as many as you'd like. Can I have one too? The warriors were ravenous, reaching out for the rice balls with their wet appetites. I had set some aside for the captains already, so I suppose it was all right. Once I'd passed them out, the rice balls were almost all gone in an instant. Eventually, it was down to the last rice ball in the basket. The warrior reaching out for it noticed it was the last, and he stopped himself. There are more left, so please take it. Thank you! The young warrior had looked so excited as he grabbed it. She's like, I just made rice, man. I was going to use whatever was left over for my dinner, but there were no rice balls left at the end. Still, I was a lot happier knowing the warriors could eat instead of worrying about myself. I guess I'll hold out until the next meal. I was just thinking, like, oh my god, that makes me hungry. My stomach just growled. Thank goodness no one was around to hear it. Maybe it's best if I drink some water. As I was heading to the kitchen, I suddenly heard a voice come from behind me. Was that your stomach just now? Hijikata! Where did he come from? And he even heard my stomach growl! That was... Seems like the boys ate all the food. Did you eat? I'll eat later. I'm fine. Didn't ask if you're fine. I asked if you'd eaten. Well, no, not yet. My voice was timid as I answered, and Hijikata sighed before taking something out of his pocket. Jeez, here you go. What he'd taken out of his pocket was one of the rice balls wrapped in a bamboo leaf that I'd left out for the captains earlier. Oh, he's given us food. This should be yours, Hijikata. Just shut up and eat it. No, Hijikata, you should eat it instead. You need the brain power, I don't. I refrained from grabbing it, but Hijikata gritted his teeth from being annoyed, and we both stared at the rice ball being offered. Just take it! Oh my god. Are we gonna split it? Oh. She's like, food! You're cute, but food is better now. Don't tell me you're rejecting my kindness. Fine, here. We'll half it. You happy now? He gruffly split the rice ball in half, and then he handed it to me. The force of his hand as he reached towards me, it was a statement that he wasn't going to take no for an answer. Don't reject his kindness! I grabbed the rice ball from his hand, brushing his hand. Thank you. Then I'll take your offer and take your half. As soon as I grabbed the rice ball, Hijikata hastily bit into his half and scarfed it down. I saw him, and I too rushed to bite my rice ball. It's like this is the one that you get 4 different images of. Why do we need 4 images of them eating rice balls? I don't understand, but it's fine. As soon as I'd swallowed my first bite, I nearly melted from the relief of eating. Phew, this is delicious. Despite Hijikata standing over me, the satisfaction of food entering my stomach prevailed. My eagerness made me a little self-conscious. Hijikata, however, seemed unfazed by it, and he spoke as he continued eating his rice half ball. Stop worrying about the others and eat the portion of food you deserve. Hear me? Sorry, I'll be sure to do that next time. I wasn't trying to lecture you. Then he stopped chewing and muttered with chunks of rice in his mouth. How unattractive. Thanks. Don't worry, I'd rather it be eaten by the other men. I can always eat later. I'll be fine. That's not what I'm talking about. I meant to say thanks for sticking around. Oh. Yes, I decided today to stay with the Shinsengumi. Despite Sen offering me a safe place to hide out, I turned her down. I love it. Thanks for sticking around. You love me! Oh! I made the decision to stay beside this man, and Hijikata was happy about it too. What's with the funny face? Hurry up and eat. Okay. I was rushing to eat the rest of my rice ball, but suddenly I didn't feel so hungry anymore, as if another feeling made all others vanish. However, it seemed like Hijikata was just standing there watching me finish the rest of my rice ball. He's making sure you eat it and you don't give it to somebody else. Was that enough to eat? It's a half a rice ball. How big are rice balls? Because I'm going to get probably not. Yes, I'm fine now. It's like not even a half a sandwich. I'm going to leave the compounds to you. Take care of this place. Okay, I'll do my best. I was so happy that Hijikata had entrusted me to watch the compounds, so I couldn't help but straighten up as he spoke to me. And I think Hijikata flashed a quick grin when he saw that. He turned around and disappeared to the back of the building. I watched his back the whole time. Just before the beginning of the new year, Okita's condition worsened. It was determined that he had contracted pulmonary tuberculosis. No! We already knew this, but it's like, it was determined. He's already known. His disease wasn't uncommon, but it was incurable. I suspected that he might be seriously ill when he began to lose his strength, but I'd never guessed that tuberculosis was the cause. The entire Shinsengumi was shocked and saddened by the news. It was decided that he was to head to Osaka, where Dr. Matsumoto was residing with Kondo, who also was in dire need of treatment. The new year came, and it was now 1868. Kyoto was still on high alert. Shinsengumi remained on standby at the Fushimi Magistrate's office through the year-end celebrations. My hope that tempers would calm and the threat of war would fade lasted until 3 days after the new year. A dispute arose between the Satsuma domain and a group of shogunate troops attempting to enter Kyoto. Violence broke out, and suddenly, war was upon us. The shogunate army in Kyoto numbered roughly 15,000 men, while the Satsuma Choshu alliance commanded only 5,000. Victory for the shogun should have been a foregone conclusion. The Satsuma and Choshu, however, had bet their very livelihoods on this war, and determination and morale were higher, plus they have guns. Perhaps more importantly, the Satsuma had faced the British in battle, and the Choshu had faced the British, French, and Dutch. Both domains had learned modern Western tactics. Armed with only swords against the Satsuma and Choshu's rifles, the Shinsengumi were at a tremendous disadvantage. During the war, the Fushimi magistrate's office was set on fire, and the Shinsengumi had no choice but to retreat from Kyoto.
Are you all right? Perhaps you should rest.
No, I'm fine. We can't afford to stop. I'll be all right. I wiped the sweat from my brow, took a deep breath, and forced my throbbing feet to move. Oh god, here we go, guys. We were on our way to Kyoto Castle, under orders from Hijikata. The Shinsengumi was doing poorly, so he'd been dispatched to bring reinforcements. Do you really think the people at Kyoto Castle will help us out?
They have to. We need the help. So does Hijikata. He can't lose. I never want to see him like that again.
I remembered the battle at Fushimi all too clearly. Ta-da! The music, just wow. On the evening of the third day of the new year, the war began. Cannons pounded the Fushimi magistrate's office, and the ground shook with each impact. Hijikata, we can't take any more of this. That cannon up on the hill is tearing us apart. If we try and go up there, their guns will mow us down before we even get close. Their rifles have impressive range, and the gunners are skilled. 1 out of every 2 shots finds its mark, despite the distance, so half. So you're on a 50-50. Where's Shinpachi? I can't find him. He took 15 men from the 2nd Division to attack the enemy line. Attack the enemy line? Is he insane? It's Nagakura, so yes. He's gonna die out there! I could see muscles working in Hijikata's jaw, but he said nothing. His face was pale, although whether from fear or tension, I couldn't tell. Outside, the roar of the cannons continued unabated. Just when it seemed certain that Nagakura must have perished. Hey guys, back! I love how he just rolls and sup! And you're like, oh my god, I thought you were dead. Shinpachi! Cries of surprise filled the room. You're alive? What? Do I look like I'm a ghost? Go ahead and touch me if you don't believe it. He grinned as he wiped a thick smear of blood and dirt from his face. Anyway, it's impossible to get to the enemy line. Some Aizu guys went on ahead of us, but I heard they got pushed back too. Commander, there's nothing else we can do. Please order the retreat. His brow furrowed and he scowled furiously. Whoa, what's this? Where's the smoke coming from? Cannon must set the building on fire. We need to get out of here or we're dead. Hijikata, we have to retreat. Even Nagakura's plea seemed to fall on deaf ears.
Toshi!
Until this moment, the Shinsengumi had never known defeat in battle. They were helpless against the firearms of the Satsuma and Choshu. The Shinsengumi was Hijikata's life. Defeat was hard to accept. After what seemed like an eternity, he let out a long, ragged sigh. Long, ragged sigh. Long, ragged breath. I guess this is the end. Nobody can win a war with swords and spears anymore. His knuckles turned white. There were several more minutes of tense, breathless silence before he finally looked up, his eyes burning with fury. Pulling back. We haven't lost. They'll pay for this. What? Wait. Fury wasn't the only thing in those eyes. Behind them, I could see a bitter, desperate agony.
I've been with him for a long time. I know how hard it was for the man to admit we had to retreat. 1 loss is enough. I'm not nearly as good a swordsman as Kondo.
What? No, don't say... He interrupted me with a kind smile and continued.
But there are still ways for me to be of use to the Shinsengumi. So let's keep our hopes up, shall we?
Okay. The Shinsengumi and Kondo and Hijikata needed my help. I had to do whatever I could. It took us several hours to reach Kyoto Castle. Hijikata's hope was to use the castle as a new staging area where he could garrison our troops and launch ambushes from. Fortunately, that's weird. Why are the gates closed? Do you think they're already preparing for battle? There were no guards outside the castle anywhere we could see, was just uncomfortably quiet. No. He stood for a moment, absently rubbing his chin in thought before finally making a decision.
We're here on the orders of the Shogun. We've come to request your help in battle against the rebels who would dare challenge this country's rightful rulers.
His voice echoed out through the stillness, but no one responded. I'd almost begun to think the castle was simply abandoned when... Oh, look! There's someone in that window! Huh? They got something shiny.
Get down!
Huh? Inoue grabbed me by the wrist and pulled me as gunshots echoed from the castle walls. My eyes darted around, but there were no rebels nearby. That meant the bullets were meant for us. What's going on? I thought the Kyoto were friendly.
Either they've already been overrun by the rebels, or they don't want to ally with the side they think is going to lose. We need to get back to the men. It's dangerous to stay here.
But Hijikata told us to get reinforcements from Kyoto. Inoue only shook his head.
It's clear by now that they're no longer our allies. The longer we stay here, the more danger I put you in.
Can I just tell you, like, in the anime when this part happens, right? Dumb as fuck. Like, even this part, even right now, he's like, okay, we gotta go. But Hijikata told us to get reinforcement. They are not on your side. What are you gonna do? Don't be fucking stupid. She's, like, so fucking stupid. Like, it's worse in the anime. Because, like, this, she's like, but he told us to get things. They're not on our side. We need to go. But, like, she's like, but I mean, for fuck's sake, move! And, like, it's like, oh my god, you are gonna die because you just can't get it through. Like, you walk up and you're like, wait, they've got something shiny. Oh my god, it's a gun! I'm like, why are they shooting at us? I think they're on the wrong side. But, what? We need to get out of here. Okay. I understand the stunnedness, but it's the, like, but no, we have to get them to help us. Maybe if we try to talk to them. It's like, oh dear god, just fucking run, bitch. But if we leave, then what's gonna happen to Hijikata? What's gonna happen to the Shinsengumi? We're not gonna die, so let's just try and talk to them. How fucking stupid can you be? They shot at you. Oh my god, you're an asshole. If we explain what's going on, I'm sure they'll understand. Dumb fuck. I'd never seen Inoue glare at me before.
That is enough! I want to go back to Toshi with reinforcements as much as you do. But my job here was twofold. To ask for reinforcements and to protect you. If something happens to you now, then I'll have failed him twice. Now come on!
You can't help that you failed him in this sense, because there was nothing I could say. Inoue had fought alongside Hijikata since their first days in Edo, before the Shinsengumi. He had undoubtedly felt even more devastated by Yodo's betrayal than I had, but he had still chosen to retreat so that he might protect me. Also, again, he's not really retreating. He's not dying. I mean, it's like, we're going to retreat. It's not like they were like, yeah, I'm going to go with no. And you were like, all right, instead of trying. Like, they shot at you. They're not fucking helping you. Get the fuck out of Dodge. Like, Jesus. Never before had I felt so ashamed and so helpless. Well, you should feel stupid, is all I'm saying, because that was just dumb. There was nothing I could do. I'm sorry. I'm useless. I failed. Oh my god. I gotta be honest, I'm really getting over her. Like, I'm so useless. Oh my god, by this point, it's been 4 fucking years. Get over it. Stop. Well, then stop being stupid is what you should be. I'm sorry, I'm stupid. Yes, you are, because that was the dumbest fucking thing. Tears well up in my eyes, and I brush them away roughly. I don't feel for her. Like, it's just getting aggravating.
Don't worry about it. After all, you are just a moron who after 4 years does lots of things. I understand you want to be helpful, but you're not fucking useless. Toshi's told you that 1,000,000 times, and these people are shooting at us. Can we not have this conversation right here?
That's all I'm saying. For serious, right?
After all, this is Toshi we're talking about. I'm sure he'll come up with some amazing plan and turn this whole thing around.
You won't be there to see it, though. He laid his hand on my shoulder and gave it a gentle, reassuring squeeze. I focused on the warmth of his hand and felt myself begin to calm down. Meanwhile, the gunner is like, you're gonna, okay, I just wanted to let you have your conversation, but you're, okay. You're gonna go, okay, cool. I won't shoot at you anymore. I didn't want the touching conversation you were having right in front of us. Like, while it was a warning shot, but if you're gonna keep trying, I'm gonna kill you, but like, your hand is warm. It reminds me of when my father used to pat me on the head when I was a little girl.
Ha ha ha! Father, huh? I guess if I had a daughter, she would be your age right about now.
Oh my god! Could you have just made this worse? You remind me of my dad. Oh, that's lovely. Oh, you'd be like my daughter's age if I had a daughter. It's so great. Now he's gonna die, Spacey. What the fuck? Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say something wrong?
Oh, no, not at all. I would have been honored to have a daughter like you. Now we should be going. Come along, daughter Spacey. We shall be a new father-daughter team and live happily ever after.
And then he dies, and it's like, oh my god, you just crushed my soul even more, game. Because it's not like Inoue dying isn't sad as fuck every time, and now you're like, he's like our dad. I've been saying that from the beginning. He's like everybody's dad. I've been calling him everybody's grandpa. But like, whatever. But like, but seriously? Seriously though? You had to say it out loud, game. We were all thinking it. I know I've said it, but that's different. But the game put it in words, and it's like, well, now this is why he dies all the time. If we'd done Hijikata's route first, she would have been like, Hijikata's route first. Like, oh god, we would have played this and been like, Inoue's gonna die, isn't he? Just because we were like, you're like my dad. And he's like, ha ha ha. Oh god, he's gonna die. Just would have been a red flag. We already know, though, because this is gonna be the 12th time it's happened, but...
I'm sure the men we left behind will get worried if we aren't back soon.
Okay. What? We were nearly to the location where we left the rest of the soldiers, but something felt wrong. Wait, weren't they supposed to be here? I didn't think they brought anyone else with them. There wasn't a single soul around. Did we get lost?
No, we couldn't have. It should be just up ahead.
Then, as we rounded the corner, I noticed something lying on the ground. Inoue, there's someone over here.
No, impossible. The rebels couldn't have gotten here already.
He's wearing Shinsengumi blues. Could he...
Stay quiet. We don't want to give ourselves away.
We were already screaming, so I nodded. Could the Susumu Choshu Alliance already have troops here? If they did, they were hiding them very well. Neither Inoue nor I could sense anyone nearby. No rebels, but no Shinsengumi either. Then we came around another bend in the road, and I gasped. Warriors in the same blue jackets of the Shinsengumi were piled up along the road, dead where they'd fallen. Jesus! Shinsengumi, and standing in the middle of this carnage. Kazama? Okay, that makes more sense. Okay, because, like, in the anime, like, some of, like, the Yodo dudes or whatever show up before Kazama does. So, I was really, like... You know, I was like, wait, those, like, couple of dudes showed up and killed all of our guys? There should have been a better fight than this. But then it was like, wait, is it Kazama? Because that would make sense. Because he can kick all our asses, so yeah. I thought these men looked familiar. You are here. Kazama's smile was a cruel, mocking thing. You! Why? I was so furious I could barely speak. To see what the Yodo domain had decided to do. It seems following tedious politics as the last paid off. I never thought I might find you. I felt his eyes on me, like those of a snake staring down its prey, before they shifted to take the ground around him. I thought they might entertain me until you returned, but they weren't even skilled enough to do that. Out of the corner of my eye, I saw Inoue shake with rage. Most of the men who lay dead on the ground in front of us were members of his 6th Division. And now, because I had chosen to stay with the Shinsengumi, Kazama had returned and Inoue's men were dead. Kazama had taken their lives, and for what? I was otherwise engaged during our last encounter, Spacey. But this time, you'll be leaving with me, Spacey. Why'd you have to say my name twice? That was weird. Kazama had demonic powers that put him in a class above any mortal man. 2 skilled swordsmen working in concert might be able to hold him back, but not defeat him. Inoue and I would not be able to defeat him, nor, as I suspected, would he allow us to escape. 2 men might be able to, like, hold him back a little bit, but not defeat him. Inoue and I couldn't defeat him. Yeah, because you got 1 swordsman and you. You're useless. You keep saying it, but I'm just going to say, like, you do enough around the combat. You're not useless around the combat, but when it comes to a sword fight, you fucking useless because you just scream at people. You don't actually whip out your sword and try. Sometimes she does. I know sometimes she does, but like 98% of the time she doesn't, so she's just gotten a little aggravating. If I surrendered to him, however, then he might let Inoue leave. It's like if she had at least been trying for 4 years, she would never be able to hold him off or fight against Norman, but she might actually be able to, like, hey, I got in a couple of good swings, and I got a couple of, maybe I killed one dude, while they all just killed 40. So there was me and Inoue and 30 dudes, and I got one, and he got the other 29, because whatever. I'm expecting that, but she's just instead, and like, you've been living with fucking samurais for 4 fucking years. You should know a little bit. At this point, a little bit. A little bit more than you do, and you should be able to whip out your sword and fight a lot better than you do. That's all I'm saying. I know sometimes she tries. She should be way better skilled than she is. Just want a little bit of progress. I'm not expecting her to be fucking awesome off the bat, but like at this point, it's been fucking years. It's been 12 years of it. I know it's only been 4, but... If I surrendered to him, however, then he might let Inoue leave. Don't. I stepped forward and steeled myself. Stay back! Inoue moved forward to put himself between me and Kazama. Inoue, you're gonna die. Just let her go. Inoue? I had a bad feeling about this. Yeah, me too. What are you doing?
I'm sorry, but you'll have to run for it. Get back to headquarters and tell Toshi. Tell him that I apologize for my incompetence, and that I hope he'll forgive me for not staying with him to the end. Tell him that I don't have the words to thank him.
Could you write this down? I'm not going to remember.
For giving a man like me the chance to be part of something. I'll never forget what he did for me.
No, I can't do that. I can't remember all of that. I won't just leave you here to die. Literally, I can't. This man is after me. If I go with him, then you can live. Please. Like, for once, let me actually do something. Inoue's smile was bitter.
Well, well. Are you suggesting I should use a girl for a shield so that I can escape?
Yeah, just... I mean...
How can I call myself a warrior, then? Besides, what parent would lay down their life? What parent wouldn't lay down their life to protect their child? Oh my god, you just dug that knife in so much tighter in a way. Ugh! Oh, it just popped out through my back. Oh,
dig it in so hard. Oh, the hilt of that fucking sword has gone right through my body now. Jesus.
No father wants to see his daughter die before he does. Ah, oh, Inoue, you're making it worse.
But Inoue had finished talking, though. He turned his back to me and drew his sword. That did not happen in the anime, and there's a reason for it. Because you don't get to know his Inoue in the anime as much. But, oh, why? Suddenly I remembered the conversation we'd had on the way back from Kyoto Castle. He told me that he was old enough to have a daughter my age. No, I cried to myself. Doesn't mean he has to do this. How can he throw his life away? Please, Inoue, run! I screamed and pleaded, but his back didn't move. He's gonna yell at you. I'm finished with your farewells. Then I'll give you a chance to take her up on her offer. Go on, run. Kazama let his hand fall from the hilt of his undrawn sword. Yeah! I don't know, did I get all the ahs? I hope so. Get all the A's in there? Inoue launched himself at Kazama and swung his in a wide arc toward the demon's neck. And swung his sword. And it went, what is the deal with magically forgetting words? Kazama's sword slithered out of its scabbard too fast for the eye to follow. His hands simply blurred and the tip of his blade emerged from Inoue's back. Oh my god, really? Arrgh! Blood bubbled out between his lips. Oh my god, he didn't even get like... I mean, I get it, it's Kazama, but like, not even if he's like... Oh! Oh, come on! Come on! You know, I knew you were gonna kill him, but Jesus, game, like, could you have given him at least a swing? Oh. Clash! And then get stabbed, and you're like, oh. Like, Inoue! He fell to his knees, deep red stain rapidly devouring the light blue of his jacket. He was wearing a white one, but that's okay. Kazama's eyes flickered like sparks, and he bent down to whisper to Inoue, is something the matter, human? Aren't the men I just slaughtered your subordinates? Don't you want to take revenge for them? I understood warriors put a great stock in avenging the deaths of their comrades in arms. Inoue glared back at him with white-hot rage. He reached into the pocket of his kimono and was taking something out. It was... No! Water of life, huh? Pathetic till the end. You're despicable. You're barely worth the air you breathe at this point. Go on ahead. Feel pain as you die. Did Inoue drink it? Inoue lifted the tip of the lid, attempting to drink the water of life. But then... Kazama simply laughed and stepped easily around Inoue's swinging sword. I didn't even see him strike. There was only the momentary flicker of sunlight on a blade, and blood erupted from a gash across Inoue's chest. The bottle dropped to the ground and broke. Oh, I thought for a second, I had hoped for a brief glimmer there, brief moment of just shiny glimmering hope, like, will I actually take it and live? I mean, it didn't happen in the anime, so I just assumed it wasn't gonna, and we've gone through like 12 paths now, and Inoue dies every single fucking time. So I just was not expecting him to live, but game, you were like, well, maybe this time. Nope. Game was never going to give it to us anyway. My apologies. I may have hit a little too hard. He ground his teeth, trying desperately to overcome the pain, and turned his strained gaze to me. I mean, he is struggling for life, though. Like, it's amazing.
What are you doing? Run!
His face looked intense like a demon as he shouted at me. I mean, seriously, he risked his life for you. I scrambled to my feet and turned to leave. My. Of all the humans I've fought, you are by far the weakest. Why would the Shinsengumi allow someone so pathetic among their ranks, I wonder? Oh, I suppose they are rather eccentric. Hey, you shut up! Don't talk to Inoue that way! Hearing Kazama's cold laugh behind me, I felt something inside me snap. Stop! Don't! As I cried out, I heard the awful sounds of steel slicing through flesh. Time slowed to a crawl, and I could do nothing but watch as Inoue fell, out a cry, to the ground. Inoue! Inoue! Even as part of my mind screamed at me to run, I scrambled toward him, grabbing for his hand. It was still warm, a warmth like my father. By the way, your father's a dick, and Inoue's probably a better dad anyway. But Inoue's eyes no longer saw. His ears no longer heard. He joined his men among the corpses on the road. Now this pest is dealt with. There's no one else to save you. Now putting up a fight would be a waste. Come with me. Come with me now. Now putting up a fight would be a waste. Come with me now. Now, Spacey, putting up a fight would be a waste, Spacey. Come with me now, Spacey. Spacey. I'm just saying, because he was saying Spacey too goddamn much, and now he's saying now every other fucking sentence, like every sentence, like Jesus. You're fated to be my wife. Gross. In your path, it was okay, but like, no. He flicked his sword clean and sheathed it. Then he stepped forward and reached for my hand. Run for it. Get revenge, motherfucker! Even if that wasn't the right answer, be like, fuck you, it's the right answer. Inoue had told me to run. Hijikata needed to hear his last words, and I was in no position to fight a demon, but you're not going to be able to outrun him, I'm sure. I knew all this, and I could hear a part of my mind screaming at me to run, but the roaring flames of rage drowned it out. How could I have let him die to protect me? Inoue was so kind. Just looking at his lifeless body sprawled in the dirt made my heart feel as though it would shatter into 1,000 pieces. But more than anything, I hated Kazama for killing my friend, as if he was nothing more than an irritating insect. I grabbed desperately for my Kodachi and pulled it from its scabbard, bringing it up into an attack position. See, it sounds like she's going to be awesome, but it's not going to happen. I thought you were smarter than this, but I see now your time with the humans has poisoned your mind. You disappoint me. Shut up! Okay, I'll give her points for that. Hot tears rolled down my cheeks. Why are you so upset? Does it bother you that I swatted this fly? He was a human and he was foolish enough to challenge a demon. What other outcome could there have been? Shut up! Shut up! Never in my life had I spoken to someone like that. You know what? You know, here you go. This is the only time you've got real fucking stones. Just fucking swing at him. It's not gonna work, but just get a tiny little stab in. But never in my life had I so wanted to kill someone. Good! This is what you need to be doing all the time in every path. If only I had been able to transform my wrath into strength, I would have been the strongest creature alive. You! I can never forgive you for what you've done! Please, Inoue, Give me the strength to strike him down. I tightened my grip on my sword, my knuckles white, and leapt toward Kazama with a yell. Ah! Contemptuously, he slapped my strike aside. The Kodachi flew out of my hands and clattered to the ground. Okay. She got a swing in. I know he's a male demon and he's stronger than her, but like... Alright, you screamed at him to shut up and you got a swing in instead of just sitting there crying, so... I'll give you points for that. I reached out to grab it again. Ah! Kazama's foot came down on my arm and pain shot through it. Enough of this stupid game. His red, arrogant eyes burned into mine. The eyes of the monster who had killed Inoue. You do not seem to understand who your master is. That is unfortunate. Perhaps I should punish you, so that you'll never defy me again. I felt the cold steel of his sword on my throat. Could you, like, can I just tell you, like, this would not be, like, he's so much better than this in his path, but, like, that's the only thing that I don't like about his path, I guess, is because in his path you're like, oh, he's not really awful, and we go with him, and he's kind of a dick, but he actually turns out to be, like, okay. But, like, so it's like, but you're humanizing him, and he's supposed to be this evil, arrogant prick, and there's almost a part of you that's like, thank God, because if he was this rapey douchebag the whole time in his path, you're like, why are we doing this? But at the same time, you're like, why is he not this much of a prick through his whole path? Like, why does he have any respect for us? Because he has never once had respect for us. And maybe it's just him being a douche and a little twat waffle because we keep rejecting him. And it's like his pride getting in the way, and like in his path, we're like, oh, okay, maybe you're right. And like, maybe we should go with you. And like, I guess you're cool. And he's like, yeah, I'm cool. Like, I don't know. I don't know which way would be worse. Like, well, you're like, okay, he's not terrible. It's fine. But at the same time, you're like, well, wait, but he's such a fucking cockweasel. In every other path, you're like, oh, you son of a bitch. That it's almost disappointing that he's not a raging cockweasel in his own path. But at the same time, I would just be angry at the entire time we go down his path if he was like this. And like, I'm going to punish you. And I'm your master. And you're basically like his sex slave. I'd be like, nah, I can't handle this. Like, no, I did not sign up for this. Not in my Romancey Otome games, motherfucker. But I don't know. I guess I'm never going to be happy either way. I'm happier that he's not a total douchebag. But it's still like, he was such a cockweasel. And then you go down his path and he's like, yeah, I'm okay. Why can't you be like that the rest of the time? Why can't you not be a cockweasel, like, ever, except for in your own path? It's like weird. Anyway, just my ramble. Pain is an excellent tool for discipline. Fortunately, your body heals very quickly. Damn you! I glared at Kazama with all the anger I could muster, but all I got in return was a cruel smile. Inoue had told me to run, but I hadn't. Now I couldn't. Kazama was right about one thing. I couldn't escape from him. If I couldn't escape, then at least I could refuse to give him the satisfaction of a compliant victim. If all you're gonna do is use me however you like, then I might as well bite off my tongue and drown in my own blood. I remember giving you permission to do that. I don't care much for people who can't follow orders. The moment I heard that voice, my head suddenly cleared. I did not give you permission for that bullshit. Like, it's so fucking great. There was no way I could mistake it. It was not Hijikata. That'd be fucking hilarious. But Hijikata! I felt tears spring to my eyes again, but for a very different reason. This was no dream, no hallucination. Toshizo Hijikata stood in front of me. Yay. Damn it. I had a feeling you guys were in trouble, but... He stopped just as his voice was about to crack and simply looked at Inoue's body. His face twisted with grief and regret. Hijikata's jaw tightened, and his breath shook as if he were about to cry. Poor baby, he's gonna cry! I'd be like, wait, Kazama, wait. Shh, Kazama, just shh. No, I know you want to kill him, but just wait. I just want to see him. Look! Oh, he had a touching moment, he cried over Inoue. I'm sorry, I just needed to see that. You guys can fight now. His originally cold eyes were changed. They shone now with the brilliant fires of rage. That's also sexy. With tight, deliberate purpose, he gripped his sword. What the fuck, game? Welcome to words Spacey can't read! Anyway. Izumi no Kami. Izumi no Kami. Kanesada. But that's a lot to say in like a normal breath. I have to like, okay, anyway. Whoa, 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 whoa. Now it's backwards. Kanesada, Izumi no Kami. High five to me. I think that was pretty good. Toshizo Hijikata's favorite sword. It was the work of its 11th generation Kanisada swordsmith. His sword is a name. It's like fucking Excalibur. This is... Oh my god, he's our King Arthur. I know. Wrong, but like just... He's our Japanese King Arthur, okay? That's all I'm saying. It whispered through the air as he raised it to an attack stance. This is like the first time you're like, his sword has a name, and you're like, you might love your sword a little more than I love my car. Yes, my car has a name. Another human who wishes to throw his life away? It's difficult for me to understand with your kind, why your kind is so anxious to die. We're still going to cock-block you on this part, I'm just saying, because we're almost in, there's no way this is going to end before. I was hoping I'd seen the last of this idiocy. Very well. Let's get this over with. Kazama's voice was bored, but as he spoke, the fire in Hijikata's eyes grew into a raging furnace. Throw his life away, you piece of shit! Whew! How dare you say he threw his life away! Hijikata roared in wordless fury and launched himself towards Kazama. With all of his weight behind the blade, he struck at the demon's neck. Ugh. Kazama flicked his sword up to catch Hijikata's. For a moment, it looked as though they were evenly matched. And then Kazama was thrown back. What? Wait, what? Yeah, that's because Hijikata's fighting with the power of love and sheer, utter blind rage. You don't piss off the fucking demon of the Shinsengumi, you motherfucker. That's all I'm saying. This is great. From the look on his face, it was likely the first time he'd ever found himself overpowered by a human. And he was stunned. Because he's a strong man, he's good at what he does, and he's fucking pissed. Being fucking pissed will make you really powerful. Because, like, I probably couldn't punch very hard. But if I was fucking pissed, I will crack your face. Probably not, but a punch a little bit harder is all I'm saying. Hijikata didn't let that opening go to waste. He pushed forward, his sword hissing back and forth through the air as if possessed. So good, guys. Plus his sword is purple. It makes purple light. The purple lightsaber. Oh no. Hold on. What has happened? Hold on. I'm gonna save for a second because there's something wrong with the game. Okay. Why is this not... Hold on. Why is that... Whoa. Oh. Oh, shit. I don't know what happened. It's stuck and it won't... Okay, there we go. I was like, it's stuck and it won't go anywhere. Hijikata... Okay, wait, hold on. Okay. Just moments ago, Kazama's face had been calm and serene. Now it was warped with frustration and surprise. Okay, so that didn't even happen. Okay. Okay, here's what we didn't read. Okay, I'm just going to read it. I'm not going to be able to... It shows like that you were wound, but it's like it never goes back. So he pushed forward, his sword hissing back and forth through the air as it possessed. Gah! Just moments ago, Kazama's face had been calm and serene. Now it was warped with frustration and surprise. Okay, so that was that. Hijikata, by contrast, wore a manic grin, and his blade slammed again and again into Kazama's with more strength than I'd ever seen before. I never thought I would show this form to a mere human. Okay. Be honored, mortal. The moment your eyes behold a true demon is the moment of your death. But you had to get in demon form to beat him, is all I'm saying. Like, anyway. And with that, the battle changed. Gah! Kazama's sword hummed and flickered through the air with ease, far faster and smoother than it had been a minute before. But he had to get into demon form. I'm just saying, Hijikata's pretty motherfucking magical. It was all Hijikata could do to anticipate and block his strikes, leaving him no time to try and land an offensive blow of his own. Hey, I do like in the anime that Hijikata actually cuts Kazama. He scratches him. He's like, oh, you wrecked my beautiful face. It's gonna heal, bitch. Get over it. But still, he got a hit on him. That's all I'm saying. There's the fire you had a moment ago. Is this the most you can muster for the dead insect? Why are you goading him? Kazama's demonic strength and endurance were beginning to show. He wasn't even breathing hard. Damn! Hijikata, however, was running short of breath. All Kazama had to do was tire him out and... God damn it! He threw his full strength behind his sword and lunged at Kazama one more time. The demon anticipated his blow easily and twisted to the side as Hijikata's blade swept past him. Gah! Kazama's hand snapped out, and Hijikata's sword fell, clattering to the ground. No, not his favorite sword! Not the whatever its name is! Hijikata! I picked up my kodachi from the floor. Instinctively, I charged toward Kazama, hoping it would help even a little, but... Stay out of my way. Ah! Kazama kicked me, and I fell to the floor. Ugh! In my mind's eye, I could already see him crumpling to the dirt, just as Inoue had done. Oh, no, honey. Damn it! Hijikata was huffing loudly, reaching for the sword that was knocked out of his hands just a second ago. He fell to his knees, his chest heaving. No! Sweat rolled down his forehead in streams, and the cloth of his shirt was soaked. Come on, you know what's going to happen, and it's not him going to die. Kazama lifted his sword and pointed it at Hijikata. This is the end for you. His mouth curved up into a cold, confident smile at the sad music. Humans are such fools, and they'll try to fight what they know they cannot defeat. I call that recklessness, not courage. You've underestimated the power of a demon and chosen not to fear us. I hope your last thoughts are of shame at your ignorance. As Kazama spoke, Hijikata dragged his tired body across the ground toward his fallen sword. What's this? Trying to run? Hijikata had reached his sword. With the last ounce of strength he possessed, he lifted it up once again and turned to face his foe. You won't bow, will you? I've made a fool of you, and yet you refuse to acknowledge the difference between us. No, Hijikata was not the sort of man to care about a difference in strength, but neither was he the sort of man that would simply abandon victory. So why, then, had he not responded? As I watched, he pulled out something from inside his shirt. A tiny bottle filled with red liquid. The water of life, eh? How far do you mean to take this idiocy? Hijikata replied with a toothy grin. I'm an idiot, huh? Like I give a shit what you think. We were always a pack of idiots. We shared an idiot's dream that we were all too bullheaded to give up on. And now here we are. We're halfway up the hill. If we stumble now, we're gonna fall all the way back down. Even if you become a fury, you'll be nothing more than a faded reflection of a true demon. Hijikata's grin never wavered. Well, you never know till you'll try. Hijikata, no! My cries fell on deaf ears. Hijikata lifted the bottle to his lips and drank. I'm going to leave it on this CG for you. I was going to just leave it right there, but I was like, I'm going to click and then here you go. Here you go. I'm going to cock block you and I'm going to end it here. So we are going to leave right here on that. We have to because we're like overtime anyway, and this is going to take a little while longer. So we'll continue, get our ending, and then probably do the other ending. So we'll probably have one more part, I'm thinking, unless this is really long, but I don't really think there is. So too much more of this, but so we'll probably end up. Well, we have to finish this, and then we have to do the final chapter. So I don't know, maybe a part and a half max, but we'll find out. So I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.